Hey YouTube, welcome back to Axis and Allies the Garrison. This is Detroit coming to you from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey, with another episode of the YouTube Wars. Now, I'm not trying to laugh, it's me trying to hold a cough from coming out, okay? So I apologize. Guys, welcome back to one more episode of the YouTube Wars. It's been the last very rough couple of days for me. I am definitely, but slowly getting better, okay? I'm still very sick though. I have a splitting headache. I have a very bad cough, okay? But I am here producing content for you guys, okay? This is something that I'm making, that I'm doing because I have a passion for this game. I have a passion and I want to share the little knowledge that we have in our group here, in our play group, okay? That we're willing to share. And hopefully you guys get to benefit by watching us play this game that we all love. Guys, as always, let me know what your thoughts are and look forward to hearing what they are. Okay, don't forget to, guys, always to bunker down and play. All right, so let's go ahead with China's combat purchases. China will be purchasing a total of 5 infantry. China starts this turn with a total of 16 IPCs. We'll be buying 5 infantry for a total of 15 IPCs. 1 IPC it will be carrying over for the next round. All right, so let's see what the current ground situation for the Chinese is as follows. Okay, currently most of China has been liberated. Okay, and as you can tell, you have Soviet forces occupying Korea and Manchuria. You also have a large Chinese army in J-Hole. Okay, and the Chinese will be making a declaration of 4 battles. Excuse me, I said 4 battles, and there will be the battles for Shantung, Guangzhou, Hunan, and Yunnan. Excuse me, guys. This cough is killing me now. All right, so we're going to go ahead then with the actual combats. All right, so the light armored unit that is, or cavalry in J-Hole at a movement of 2, is going to blitz through Shantung 1 and 2. Now keep in mind that light cavalry attack at 2 and defend at 1, and they can blitz. All right, so these are special. There's a special unit that is only for the BBR. Okay, so now, okay, both of these territories are taken from the Japanese and are now liberated. Okay, there's also 1 walk-in in Yunnan, so that's liberated. Okay, the last battle is the battle for Hunan, where you have 1 Flying Tiger squadron coming in at a movement of 1 and 2. Has 2 movements left. Okay, the battle has already been resolved. This artillery piece was destroyed. Okay, and the territory is still Japanese, though. On the return fire, the Japanese were unable to have any success at taking out the Japanese fighter, which I must say, I'm fascinated at how how Sire Blood, with his both Chinese and British, continuously continue to perform these attacks using their aircraft and not sustain any losses. It's fascinating. I mean, it's a big gamble every time you do something like that, but you know what? It's paying off. Good for them. I guess when you're successful, it's a good tactic. When it's not successful, that's when it's not a good tactic, I guess. In any case, this aircraft will return back to Shahar at a movement of 2. So that's 1 and 2. All right. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead with the non-combat movements. The 8 Chinese infantry divisions in J-Hole will move south, okay, into Amway. All right. The 5 newly recruited Chinese infantry will be placed in Jiangsu, which is Shanghai. There you go. All right. And China will be then, I guess that's about it for China's moves this turn. China will be then moving at collecting a total of 21 IPCs that it will carry over into the next. All right, so it is the UK's turn. It is episode 4.5. UK this turn starts its turn with a total of 38 IPCs, which means then that it could purchase or will purchase 1 minor industrial complex, 2 artillery, 2 armored divisions, and will recruit 2 infantry divisions. All right, so that's a total of 38 IPCs. The UK will also go ahead and declare a total of 5 battles. Forgetting about this one. All right, so yes, it'll be the battle for Italian Somaliland, Ethiopia, Egypt, Transjordan, okay, and the Italian fleet in Sea Zone 98. All right, but you know what? Let me just do a quick recap as far as the current ground and naval situation for the British, okay? For the most part, excuse me, I still have this cough and I'm actually still feeling, believe it or not, still very sick, but better, but still sick. As you guys can see, the UK has, by the most part, okay, given up on any effort as far as performing any actions in the Atlantic altogether. Okay, there is just no activity as far as the UK is concerned. All right, so same thing in the Pacific. The UK was initially extremely effective with the meager resources that the UK had at its disposal. It was actually able to inflict, okay, the Japanese serious setbacks, especially with the loss of the minor industrial complex early round 2, okay, when the UK took out the industrial complex, I believe it was in Quanxi. Okay, so that was something very interesting. So, you know, but the Japanese have been able to recover partially, and they have in essence kicked the UK out of Asia. Okay, so there are no longer any British forces in Asia whatsoever. Calcutta did fall to the Japanese. Okay, so now by the most part, the UK now is limiting itself to a Middle Earth strategy. Okay, UK has gone ahead to build a minor industrial complex in Persia. Okay, the UK did lose Cairo, but hopefully in this turn they will be able to retake it, at least. I don't know for how long, but they are planning to take this Cairo back this turn. So just to give you a little idea of what's going on here as far as what the UK is doing. Okay, all right. So let's go ahead then with the actual battle movements, the order of battle that Sire declared with the UK. So the UK will be taking 1 infantry, 1 transport at a movement of 1. No, actually, movement of just 1. Okay, and it will invade Italian Somaliland. Okay, unopposed. All right, so Italian Somaliland is currently occupied now by the British. Same thing with the artillery, the British artillery coming from Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Okay, this artillery now is moving into Ethiopia and will be taking Ethiopia as well. Same thing for Italian Somaliland. Excuse me, guys. This cough is just crazy. All right, let's go up further north. You have a British mechanized infantry along with an artillery division moving up north, attacking the defending 2 Italian infantry divisions. Okay, but accompanying that attack, there is air support coming with that. So you have 1 tactical bomber coming from the carrier in Sea Zone 80, okay, at a movement of 1, 2, 3, okay. There's another fighter, another aircraft coming from Persia, so at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that's going to be 1 mechanized infantry, 1 artillery, 1 tactical bomber, and 1 fighter, all right, attacking the 2 defending Italian infantry divisions. Both of these aircraft will have 1 movement left in their fuel gauges. All right, the battle for Sea Zone 98. All right, we have one fighter coming from Persia as well. 1, 2, and 3. Same thing with the remaining tactical bomber, okay, coming from C-Zone 80 in the carrier. 1, 2, 3. Okay, both of these aircraft will have one movement left remaining in their fuel gauges. Okay, the idea is that the British are going to move during their non-combat movement phase the carrier and bring it over to 81, allowing those two aircraft a location or a place to land. All right, last but not least, the battle for Transjordan. All right, you have one Italian infantry division defending Transjordan. You have one British armored unit and 2 infantry, all right, moving in for the attack. All right, so that's it for the attacks as far as the British are concerned. Okay, a lot of fighting going on. Okay, it's interesting how I'm always surprised with the Middle Earth strategy, how even though the British are not fighting even close to their base of operations, which I've always considered to be either the UK itself or India, that with a Middle Earth strategy, the UK can still, in essence, execute a solid defensive strategy to the point where they can even go on the offense. And that's exactly what's going on here. Kudos to Syed because he's doing an excellent job and not only defending the Middle East, but he's also going on the offense. Well done, my friend. Well done. All right, guys, we'll be back then with the results of combat. All right, so let's review the order of battle. Okay, battles were resolved already. Okay, so we know that both Ethiopia and Italian Somaliland were taken by the British. Okay, they were unopposed invasions. Okay, the battle for Egypt went well for the British. The British did sustain one casualty when the Italians returned fire. The mechanized infantry was taken out. The Italians lost both of the defending Italian infantry, so this territory is now back under British control. All right, so the battle for C-Zone 98, another British victory. Both of the Italian naval transport and destroyer were taken out. The British did not sustain any losses. Okay, battle for Transjordan. Okay, the Italian defending infantry division was taken out, but on its return fire, the Italian division did take out one attacking British infantry division as well. All right, so this territory, Transjordan, is back in British hands. All right, and I think that's it for the battles that all the battles that the British fought. We're going to come back to you with the non-combat movements. All right, so let's go ahead with the non-combat movements. There's quite a few of them to make. Actually, not too many, but there's enough movements to be made. Anyway, so this fighter in eastern Poland, the Spitfire, will move north at a movement of 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that's British Spitfire is now reinforcing the Russians in the territory of Bryansk. Okay, all right, let's remove the chip here. All right, the British fleet, C-Zone 80, you're going to have 2 destroyers, a carrier, and a cruiser at a movement of 1 and 2. We'll move into the Red Sea, okay, which is C-Zone 81. All right, the remainder of the fleet, where you have 1 destroyer, 1 cruiser at a movement of 1, will link up with the British naval transport in C-Zone 76. There you go. All right. The 2 artillery in the Union of South Africa will be railroaded at a movement of 3. 1, 2, and 3 into Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. The armored division at a movement of 2, 1 and 2 is now in the Congo. Okay, the 2 British aircraft, the Spitfire and the tactical bomber, okay, that attacked Egypt, have 1 movement left in their fuel gauges. At a movement of 1, will now land in Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. Let me get those 2 aircraft. fighter stance. Oops, there you go. Oh, well, this little guy doesn't want to cooperate. All right. Okay, same thing with the two aircraft in Season 98 where they took out the defending Italian naval transport and destroyer. Both of these aircraft will be landing on the carrier that just sailed or steamed into Season 81. Is that correct? Yes, Season 81. All right. All right. And that's it for the movements in the Middle East and Northern Africa region. But we still have a few up here in North America and in Northern Europe. Okay, the 2 British Infantry Armored Division and Artillery Division in Quebec will be moving south into the United States. There you go. Okay. The British Infantry Division in Scotland will move south into England. And last but not least, okay, the British Infantry Division in Ireland will move into Scotland itself. And I believe that's it for the non-combat movements. So, according to SIRED, the British are now collecting a total of 35 IPCs. All right, but SIRED did have to roll for the convoy disruptions, which will cost the British 5 IPCs worth of damage. So instead of collecting 35, the British will be collecting, the United Kingdom will be collecting a total of 30 IPCs that it will be carrying over into round 5. Yes, into round 5. All right, so interesting situation here that the British have going on for themselves. Oh, hold on, let me just place the purchase units, which I was forgetting to place. All right, we're going to place 1 infantry in Southern Africa as well as 1 armor and 1 artillery divisions. Same thing for these 3 units. We're going to place them in Persia. Okay. And the newly purchased minor industrial complex is going to go in Iraq. So as I was saying, it's a very interesting thing that the UK has got going for itself here in the Middle East. As you can see, this whole region now has become a power, a base of power, okay, for the United Kingdom. Okay, the British now have a total of 1, 2, and 3 industrial complexes that can feed, okay, and help with the war effort against the Italians and Germans. Very interesting. Very interesting scenario that the British have going on here for themselves. Okay, but let's see what's going to happen in the future, in the next round, because I'm sure that Hilltop Pillbox will have a comeback. He's not going to stand for this. We shall see what comes next. All right, guys. As always, please bear with me as I'm trying to make a quick recovery from this bad flu, this very bad cold I had. All right, I'm still quite under the weather, not fully recovered, but I'm making my best here. If I'm not my usual self, please bear with me, okay? But I hope that you are getting something out of the content that I'm putting up and that you're enjoying it at the very least, or if not, that you're finding it educational and that in a small way, it can help you improve your own gaming experience by watching us play our own games. Okay, we're not experts. We're just a couple of guys that know a little bit about the game and that are willing and ready to share our knowledge with you. All right, guys, as always, don't forget to bunker down and play.